Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mini Scroll, the daily internet culture podcast bringing you the biggest stories from social media, the creator economy, and the digital space every Monday through Thursday. I'm your host, Lauren Meisner, the founder of the youth digital media brand Centennial World. Welcome back to Mini Scroll, everyone. Okay, can I just say, so my best friend is like really into electronic music and she listens to my podcast every day and she was dying. She sent me like 100 voice notes yesterday after I said I didn't know who John Summit was. And no one else has been shocked by that, but I feel like I said something like blasphemous to her. She was like, "How are we best friends and you don't know who this person is?" So I apologize for that. I feel like it was a little bit like brain rot chronically online of me to know only who he is through Alex Earl's sister. But honestly, that's just like who I am. That's just who I am at my core. Anyways, let's just get straight into the stories today. So, as I mentioned yesterday, I had to spend a little bit of time diving into two of these stories. And then I also have quite a big story, I think, for you guys coming tomorrow. But again, I need a little bit more time. The first story that I have, though, is somebody asked me to talk about the Tara Yummy drama. And Annabelle, she helped me with this episode. She normally just does the deep dive stuff with me, like research and helps script it. But I was like, I really need your help diving into Mini Scroll for tomorrow. So she looked into Tara Yummy for me. And this is what we found. It was actually hard because no one has written an article on it. There's like some commentary videos, like one or two, like legitimately. And then I think this morning I saw Trisha Paytas, like Just Trish, her podcast, talked something about like Tara Yummy. So possibly they talked about this. But here are like the two dramas going on with her right now. Hopefully this is what you guys meant. Okay. So the first drama going on with Tara is that it's between her and her ex-boyfriend, Jake Weber. So for context, Tara and Jake were in a relationship for 5 years before breaking up last September. The breakup was very public, with both creators sharing videos explaining their decision. Despite no bad blood, they felt it was best for both of them, having met at such a young age, to break up. Tara was 18 and Jake was 20 when they started dating. Tara, by the way, if you guys don't know, is a TikToker. I don't know. I didn't say that. Normally, I like intro who people are. Tara is a TikToker and she's like having her moment. I think she really started to gain some mainstream attention last year and now it's like constantly people are talking about her. Since the breakup, there has been some ongoing discourse about their friendship, with users labeling Tara as a quote unquote pick me who hasn't moved on from Jake. And then over the weekend, a photo surfaced of Jake kissing TikTok star Kenzie Luby at a 4th of July party, confirming rumors about their alleged relationship. And then it gets even more complicated because rumors had previously suggested that Kenzie had cheated on Jake with Jaden Hossler. Now, this rumor did come from Tea Talk Talk on Instagram, so who really knows if this is true or not. But the recent photo clearly shows that Jake and Kenzie are still involved with one another in some way. Tara, at this same party, was photographed with Jordan Huxold, sparking speculation about their alleged relationship. Previously, there were also rumors that Tara was seeing Vinnie Hacker after the two filmed together earlier this year. Whether Tara has a boyfriend or not, there's been a lot of conversation about how Tara and Jake treat each other online, as they have remained close friends despite being exes. Some people criticized Tara for continuing to flirt with Jake, assuming that she knows that he is seeing Kenzie. A Reddit user on the Tara Yummy Snark subreddit theorized that Tara and Jake play up their ex status and flirting to gain money and views online because they know it will be a big topic of discussion. Okay, the second drama going on with her, Tara recently shared that she is leaving the Dropouts podcast. Yesterday, Tara uploaded a video titled "I Left Dropouts" to her YouTube channel explaining her departure from the podcast. The Dropouts podcast was hosted by Zach Justice, Tara Yummy, and Jared Bailey. It featured conversational segments, various topics, and guest appearances. Zach is fairly controversial. He has faced criticism for his humor, with many claiming that he makes inappropriate jokes, many of which are about topics like race, sex, and pedophilia. And to make matters even more concerning, Zach was previously in an age gap relationship with Indiana Massar. So for context, he is 7 years older than her. They were allegedly together when she was freshly 18. And according to reports, they also met when Indiana was 14. So Zach was allegedly hired by Indiana's mom to help her with her social media when she was 14, and he moved into their house, allegedly. And then when she was freshly 18, they started dating? Okay, questionable. Nevertheless, Tara has also been shipped with Zach since hosting the podcast together. Given that Tara has continued to associate herself with Zach, even though he is very controversial, this has contributed to these like pick-me allegations and all the hate that she has been receiving recently. In her video, Tara shared that the podcast environment pushed her to be vulnerable in a way that she was uncomfortable with. Quote, I want you guys to feel like FaceTiming with me, and I feel like being on a podcast didn't really feel like that unless it was my own podcast, and I kind of controlled the narrative. That's something I may do in the future, she said in the video. So social media reactions have been mixed to this. Some view Tara's decision to leave the podcast as positive, given Zach's history, while others wished that she had been more critical of Zach when she was involved in the podcast. So I think that's like a pretty good summary of everything going on with Tara Yummy. If there's a drama that I missed, let me know in the YouTube comments and I will cover it. But that seems to be like what she is facing at the moment. Okay, the next story that I have. Concerns about TikTok's Aussie Bro Squad mount as influencers start calling out the account. So, for context, I was introduced to Aussie Bro Squad months ago. I would say it's probably about 6 months ago from Sean, my husband. He ended up on like Aussie Bro Squad Talk where, he would get the account, but then he would also get the commentary around the account. And he was like, you need to cover these guys. Like they're kind of niche, but like you need to cover it because it felt kind of like, people are comparing it to like a Ren Eleanor situation. And at the time, I was like, yeah, okay, well, like I'll look into it later. And then, of course, now over the last few weeks, Christian Hull, who's a big TikToker, a comedian here in Australia, he started talking about them a lot on his TikTok. And then, people had been talking about them for sure, but he like amplified the conversation essentially. And now other influencers have got involved. So here is everything that I have found. And there's like one, I think, big like deep dive commentary video. If you guys want a deep dive on Aussie Bro Squad, I can definitely try and bring you one. So just let me know. But this is like, high level what's going on. So Aussie Bro Squad gained popularity at the end of last year with their dancing videos. The group consists of 15-year-old Jackson, 17-year-old Tyler, and 18-year-old twins Brayden and Rawson. They have multiple accounts, one for each member, a communal account with just under 150,000 followers, and their mother also has an account. Concerns have arisen about the amount of work that the creators are doing as they are almost always on live. So there are worries that they may be coerced into creating content due to the lack of monetization options on Australian TikTok, except for receiving gifts during live streams, basically. We don't have the creator fund. Fun fact for our American viewers. So they're basically this like dance squad, like these siblings that do dances. And for the most part, like they don't speak. And what was like really concerning to Sean, at least when he was first telling me about it, is he was like, you can like hear their mom in the background, like coaching them, and like she'll answer the questions on live and stuff, but they'll just be like dancing and it's giving like uncanny valley. They're like smiling and dancing and like, whatever, but they're never stopping. Their mom will literally be like, okay, like, so-and-so is just coming home from school and then they're going to be on live from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. for like hours and hours a day on TikTok live. And their mom is the one like who seems to be controlling this, like controlling their live streams, controlling what's going on social media. So Christian Hull and other creators have questioned this situation, especially whether the boys are being coerced into creating this kind of content. The concerns have specifically been leveled towards their mother, Beverly, given that she is sort of like the momager, like I said, of the group. On top of this, their profile does weird things. Like they block literally everyone and they go on and off private constantly. Brittany Saunders, a longtime Aussie creator and business owner, highlighted the issue of serial blocking and how it feels like they may be trying to hide something. She said that a Q&A session to address audience concerns would be easy to do and it would just put kind of all of the speculation, the rumors, the questions to bed. As for how people are interpreting the account, one Reddit user wrote, quote, "It's a cult-like situation. The boys always have fake smiles and are clearly very controlled by that strange woman. She even makes them dance in her shop. It's all very, very odd. The boys don't seem to have any life outside of dancing." Another Redditor wrote, quote, "I don't even know how they are supposed to live their lives when mom is live streaming every moment of the day, even when they are having dinner." So that's kind of the gist of the story. Like I said, if you want like a full deep dive, I can absolutely try and bring you guys that. But that's like at a high level, the concerns, what's going on with the account. It's starting to gain a lot more traction, absolutely. So I'm interested to see kind of where this goes. I think Christian and Brittany and some other influencers who are chiming in, like that is going to help amplify the situation. But there is definitely something sinister, it feels, going on there. Okay, and the last story that I have for you guys is that Julia Fox has come out as a lesbian on TikTok. So, after letting the world know that she's been celibate for the last 2.5 years, Julia Fox has come out as gay in a TikTok stitch. She stitched comedian at Grace Dog's video, who said, quote, "I love when I see a lesbian with their boyfriend." It's like, aw, you hate that man. You literally hate him. So Julia stitched it and she said, "Hey, that was me. I was that lesbian. So sorry, boys. Won't happen again." People are mostly happy or excited about the fact that she came out so casually. Like it felt really authentic. And I think it's a great example for young audiences. Obviously, she has a big TikTok audience, and I'm sure a lot of them are very young, to see another example of coming out in such a casual way. I thought it was cool. I know there's a lot of mixed opinions about her, but I don't know. I just love her. I know you could fault her for some things for sure, but I don't know. I like her, and I think she's doing cool things on TikTok, and I think she's doing cool things for like Hollywood and breaking down the mystique around fame and money and notoriety and power. And she is also Centennial World's like #1 fan. She doesn't follow us, but she likes so many of our videos on TikTok. And I'm like, girl, please hit that follow button. Anyways, guys, that is it for today. Like I said, I have another big story coming tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But I love you guys so much. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. It helps me so much. It helps me grow. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.